Hi, welcome to the What the Bible Says channel. Today, we're diving into a very current and deep topic, the accusation of blasphemy. A recent news story from London brings this heavy word back into the spotlight. A man was convicted for burning a copy of the Quran. But what exactly is blasphemy? And what does the Bible say, especially when we look at the most famous case of blasphemy, the condemnation of Jesus? On February 13, 2025, Hamit Koskin burned a Quran outside the Turkish consulate in London. As a result, he was convicted of religiously aggravated public disorder. Although he claimed it was a political protest, the court ruled that it incited religious hatred. Even more, the case has reopened debates about blasphemy laws that were officially abolished in the UK in 2008. Some British politicians argue that a form of religious censorship has been reintroduced indirectly. Others say this wasn't about freedom of opinion, but about an offensive act that could have sparked violence. And so the question arises, what is blasphemy really? In the Bible, blasphemy doesn't just mean insulting a religion. In a deeper sense, it's a direct offense against God Himself. In the New Testament, the most serious case is the condemnation of Jesus. Why was Jesus accused of blasphemy? Because he said he was the Son of God. In John 10:33, the Jews answered Jesus, "We are not stoning you for any good work," they replied, "but for blasphemy, because you, a mere man, claim to be God." That was the core of the accusation, that Jesus, being a man, claimed divine authority. That's why they wanted to kill him. In Mark 14:61-64, standing before the high priest, Jesus declares he is the Christ, the Son of God. And the response is immediate. "You have heard the blasphemy. What do you think?" And they all condemned him as worthy of death. So, what does blasphemy mean from a Christian perspective? Biblically, blasphemy happens when a person takes God's place, when they claim to be God or act as if they have authority over His law. For example, in Isaiah 5:20, God condemns those who reverse moral values. Woe to those who call evil good and good evil. Why? Because they take God's authority and rewrite it as they please. So true blasphemy isn't just a symbolic act. It's a position of the heart. When you place yourself on God's throne and claim His authority as your own. In this sense, Jesus was seen as guilty because His claim was to them intolerable, that He was God's chosen one and one with the Father. Fast forward to today, burning a book, whether the Quran, the Bible, or another sacred text, can be a protest, a provocation, or an expression of freedom. But for many, it's perceived as a hateful act. The question isn't only legal, but moral. How far can we go with free speech without causing hate and division? At the same time, we should remember that in Christianity, blasphemy doesn't mean burning a book. It means rejecting God or claiming His attributes as your own. That was the accusation against Jesus. The Bible teaches that blasphemy comes from the heart, not just from actions. It's not just about what you say or do. It's about who you believe yourself to be. Jesus was condemned because He told the truth about His identity. Today, maybe we're not being accused of blasphemy, but we're dangerously close to a world where speaking the truth can become illegal. What do you think? Is blasphemy an external act like burning a book, or an internal attitude like the arrogance of trying to replace God? Let me know in the comments.